incredible. Sometimes all you need is a cookie. Welcome to another week of running, eating, and the messiness that is being in your 20s. I'm happy to report that I have established a pretty solid laundry, garbage, dishwashing, vacuuming routine, whereby when things start smelling bad, or I legit have no more clean spoons or clothes, or there's more hair on the ground than on my head, I usually do something about it. So yeah, don't know how sustainable this routine really is, but we are moving in the right direction. I don't know, I feel like the theme of my life right now is just trying my best and accepting whatever that looks like each day. And trust me, my best looks very different day to day. I'm definitely still getting the hang of living alone. I don't know how people on social media make it look so easy. How do they keep their counters so spotless and their bedrooms so pristine and the fridges so organized and full of fresh fruit and meal prep? Mine just has bread, jam, yogurt, and like moldy vegetables. Please, nobody tell my mom. I feel like I have 400 little things to do and think about every day, and that I'm forgetting to do about 399 of them. But the one thing I will never forget to do is go on my run. And fuel before and after, of course, and during if it's longer than 60 minutes. My brother bought these electrolytes and just never drank them. So thanks for the free electrolytes. Some people are electrolyte haters, but I drink electrolytes almost every single day. Get like muscle spasms and muscle cramps from running. And I also feel like it helps with my fatigue, but maybe it's placebo, don't know. God, this reminds me of the scene the summer I turned pretty. Oh my god. Got my belly. Maybe she wasn't overreacting. Oh my god. I was told that if an avocado is ripe, you should be able to crack it like an egg. It's true. I feel like content creators make marathon training look so effortless and fun and exciting, and it's like the easiest thing in the world to perfectly follow a 4-month plan and run 30 kilometers on the weekend. But as, you know, a content creator that likes to run, the reality is I've not moved from the spot all day. Having another yogurt bowl. A lot of runs don't feel good. A lot of it is convincing yourself not to stop, forcing yourself out the door. It's running through pain and rain, and some runs don't get done. Some paces aren't hit. Sometimes I need to frantically search for a washroom. Sometimes we get injured, and then we get injured again. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a shin splint issue right now. We are officially less than a month out from the Berlin Marathon, so the runs have definitely been getting harder and sweatier and longer.
So I look cute or not?
I don't know.
I feel like it doesn't.
The other day I was feeling very speedy, so decided to push myself a little bit on my speed run. Probably harder than I should have, and since I always have weird aches and pains from running, I didn't think too much of the pain, and so I went on another run the next day, and then I woke up and every step hurt, and I immediately started spiraling a bit because PTSD from my ankle injury earlier this year. If you didn't know, I tore my ankle ligament 6 weeks out from the London Marathon, and now 6 weeks out from the Berlin Marathon, I am once again kind of injured. But this is so much better than the ankle tear. Like, I just have to rest and it will heal and I'll be fine. But like when every part of you wants to be moving and sweating and running and getting stronger, but your body is just not exactly cooperating, it's a little sucky. I've been listening to my body, so I took a couple days off running. It was not easy. I was actually like super grumpy and unpleasant and annoying. I swear without running, it's like my soul actually gets unhappy. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be injury-free and undertrained than train and be injured. So I'm taking my easy runs super easy, slowing down the pace and stopping and stretching when I need to. And yes, sadly, skipping lots of runs. But these little injuries and breaks from running always remind me that even though I don't like to believe it, I'm not invincible, I'm not superhuman, I am actually made of very soft, squishy, hurtable flesh and bone, and while I would love to run more and more and more and more, we have to rest well and fuel well and hydrate well to run well. So that's what I've been doing, and I don't really see it as a setback because whenever this happens, yes, I have to take a couple of days or weeks off, but it always makes me a stronger runner in the long run because when I get injured, I kind of see it as my body trying to tell me it's missing something, like more rest or more shin strengthening or dying.
But feel really strong.
More actually running easy on my easy runs.
Glutes.
And plus, not being able to run gives you a lot of FOMO and reminds you what a gift running really is. Like seriously, if you ever catch me complaining about marathon training, I want you to call me out immediately. I feel like if somehow I start dreading running one day, it would be time to reevaluate my mindset around running. I would need to pause and rewind back to the beginning and ask myself, why did I start?
I look rough. I had a rough night last night.
It's a new day. Berries and yogurt and
pancakes.
Why did I fall in love with it? Am I comparing too much with other people? Have I forgotten that we don't run for times or likes or attention or validation? We run because we can, because it makes us feel alive, because it's meditative, because of the community, because one day we might not be able to. I used to totally be one of those people who thought marathon runners were psycho, like completely insane. Like you're just putting one foot in front of the other over and over and over again. Why? And now as someone who runs marathons, funny enough, I feel so much more sane and grounded and stable than I ever have, but you know, still a little bit insane because marathon training hurts, and I think that's why I like it. I don't know, it's pretty cool to do hard things because it shows you that you are stronger than that pain. That no, actually, you can do it.
Recently discovered the art of browning butter.
So yeah, running hurts. It isn't easy. Speedruns make your lungs and legs feel like they're on fire. My knees ache, it's hot, I'm sticky, or it's freezing and hailing and my feet are completely numb. Sometimes I am miserable, and I'm literally just counting down the seconds until it's all over. But there is something very specific that I repeat to myself when I don't want to keep going. And this can be applied to many other areas of my life too. There will come a day when you can no longer do this. So enjoy the moment and enjoy the pain. Yes, it's kind of deep, but it's also kind of changed the way I live my life.
I freeze a ton so that whenever I'm craving a fresh cookie, I have it. And just pop them in the oven for like 10 minutes. So much better than like store-bought cookies. Ooh, perfect. Oh my god. Some almond milk. I got my cookie. I'm gonna dip it. So that's so good. What the heck? That's crazy. Unreal. Wow, I could sell these. Sometimes all you need is a cookie. Sometimes that's all you need.
Guys, guess what? I'm actually making friends. This is a gigantic deal for me. Like, I don't make friends very often or easily, so I do feel like I'm 5 years old again and someone on the playground wants to play with me. Warm and fuzzy and happy.
That was such a cute experience. Thank you so much for watching our groups.
The older I get, the more I realize what a rare and beautiful thing friendship is. Like, how incredible is it that out of all of the people in the world, we somehow found each other? And it's hard at this age. Like, we have to somehow bump into each other, not hate one another, and then keep choosing to bump into each other. And everyone's like so busy and has their own things going on. So being someone's friend is kind of like the biggest honor.
Pretty good.
No, but this is so good. This is like the best cookie I've ever had.
And while I wish I could have met some of these humans years ago, I'm glad to know them now because we get to, you know, figure out adulting together. So thank you for laughing at my horrible attempts at sarcasm and for accepting my stupidity and trying to match it, for hyping up my cookies and giving me unsolicited but super solid dating advice, and just for being you and for letting me be me, and for the Taylor Swift playlists, and for sharing my love for sour cream and onion Pringles. Friendship. It's a miracle, really.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good. You can try another one. I'm not sure.
I think I like it.
No, I like it, but I don't know if I'm like they're like really, really, really good.
I don't know if I love it. I could be into this.
No, like I like it. I definitely like it. I don't know if I'm
Have
like
you had better sour cream and onion chips?
probably not.
Like, this is the best sour cream and onion chip I've ever had, but I don't know if I'm into it.
I really like Pringles sour cream.
I
onion
love
chips.
Pringles.
So that's why I'm like, okay, like, is this better than Pringles? Like probably. But I really like the Pringles one.
Stop. That's my favorite childhood. Like I could
Yeah.
eat a whole
It's so good.
non-stop.
Now you can grab a coffee off the activity with really comfortable back in the conversation. You can play the conversation. So run, it's like a version of parallel play, which is the best kinds of experiences and most joyful experiences we have.
I feel like I've been pouring a lot of my energy out into other people, and I do things for other people. It brings me so much joy. Unfortunately, that means I forget that I am also a human that I need to take care of. Energy levels, 0. Social battery, 0. I just felt so depleted and drained. It's like I had nothing else left to give. So today we're going to do all the things I love. We're gonna start the day out with a run. Beautiful day, the sun is shining. I'm so excited. We have 13 kilometers. Feeling grateful because I have me. I don't need anyone else to fill my cup. I can do it myself. Ooh. I read this question the other day. It asked, do you think it's possible that some people are born to give more love than they will ever get back in return? I've been thinking about it because I've had that exact same thought before. I think I get it from my mom. She's definitely a giver, always doing things for other people, putting others before herself, their needs before her own, and it's a beautiful and selfless way to love. But sometimes we forget that there is a limit to how much we have to give. You know that saying you need to water your garden to see it grow, but there is such thing as overwatering. I'm here trying to simultaneously water new friendships and relationships and work and marathoning and joining new communities and new hobbies, and all of these things around me are budding and it looks like the beginning of something really beautiful. But while all the people and spaces around me are green and growing, I've let myself become completely empty. It's similar to when you're overtraining and running and you start to get shin splints actually. Like when I give too much or say yes too many times or overschedule myself, I get this life version of shin splints that's telling me to slow down, to take a break, and to pour back into myself. So I wanted to take this day for me and only go to the places where I thought I could find joy and do as many things as I could to fill my cup back up.
Strongly identified, so famous idea, want to just enjoy being present, obligations themselves. So there's a South Korean.
Today I actually had an outfit fitting with Lululemon, which sounds so surreal when I say it out loud, but I was not feeling too hot walking into that store. But you know how there are just some people who are sunshine in human form? Her name's Jasmine, and she was the one helping me out in the change room, and I swear her excitement and energy and joy literally filled me up. I was like, every time I see you, you are so positive and radiating joy. How do you do it? And she said, I don't know, I guess I wake up and I choose happiness. And she just said it like so simply. And I'm like, damn, it is a choice. And I was like, okay, me too. Today, I'm gonna choose happiness too. Today, I'm gonna choose gratitude. I'm gonna choose to be kind. I'm gonna choose compassion. Like, it was just such a great reminder to be happy on purpose. It's a decision that's yours to make.
You love these trail running shirts? I'm just so excited because I've been getting a trail run.
It's so important to do things just for the sake of happiness. Like when we were little, you know, we only did the things that made us happy. But at some point we stopped doing the silly little things to make time for more working and chasing and achieving. Things like going for a bike ride with no destination, doing nothing all day with your favorite person, rewatching the same show again and again, taking an afternoon to just feel your feelings, or spending a whole day reading a book, watercolors, baking, meandering in a bookstore. And yeah, I guess you could say that eating ice cream does nothing for me but bring me pure happiness. So basically it kind of does everything.
Oh, this is fun. It's like, yeah.
Here runs baguette.
A lot of you guys actually DM me asking me about my favorite cameras I film with, because as someone who's been doing this YouTube thing for like 5 years, you'd think I'd have some decent recommendations, but cameras are still somehow a complete mystery to me. Yeah, I have no idea how I've managed to survive this long in this line of work. Like, I just can't be bothered with all these crazy settings and frame rates and lenses. I'm a simple girl. I want something portable, compact, light, user-friendly. Like, I want to be able to just toss it in my bag or in my run vest and not worry about setting it up or it weighing me down. And I think I finally found her, the Insta360 Go Ultra. It has a super sleek, square design, and it's so light and easy to carry around because it only weighs 53 grams, which is basically nothing. One of my favorite things about it is that it's magnetic, so you can stick it on so many surfaces. Like the amount of times I use my water bottle or my rice cooker as a tripod, and you can also use this mount to stick it on literally any surface. I also love getting POV shots using the magnetic pendant or the headband. It also shoots in a really high quality 4K 60 FPS and has built-in stabilization, so when I'm running and biking and bouncing all over the place, the footage is so stable. Like, usually you would need a gimbal, one of these chunky weird looking things, to get a shot this stable. And the battery lasts for 200 minutes when using the action pod and 70 whole minutes without the pod, so I don't have to constantly worry about it dying on me. And it also has a mini SD card port, which makes importing and exporting videos super straightforward, which I need as someone who's technologically challenged. And as a runner, this feature is super cool. You can actually sync your GPS, heart rate, speed, and so much more directly from Strava, your Garmin, or Apple Watch, and add it directly to your video footage. As someone who films a lot of her life and is always out and about and traveling and running, I want a camera that can do it all but also isn't massive and clunky and complicated with so many settings that I'm never gonna use. I love that the Go Ultra has presets, which makes choosing the right settings for what I'm doing so easy. Like, I can just click the runner or the cycler or the normal vlogging mode, which is so perfect for me because those are the only 3 things that I do other than eating. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get a free gift with your purchase. Moving my body doesn't fix everything, but I always feel a little bit better, if not significantly better afterwards. I like yoga for when I'm feeling anxious because it helps slow my mind and ground me. I like to hike when I need a little perspective because being in nature always reminds me how small my worries really are. I take long walks when I'm overthinking, strength train when I'm feeling frustrated, and running kind of does all of that for me. It always feels like coming home. I don't know how, but no matter how low or stressed or anxious or stuck I'm feeling, a run can free me from it all, even if it's just for a moment. Because for that moment, my thoughts slow and I feel strong and I'm bigger than whatever I'm worrying about, and I'm free.
I'm not doing a great job at adulting today. Stressing out. Have some cookies. You have time. Yeah, okay.
Like, why am I literally smiling at squirrels and water and clouds and strangers like a lunatic? But when I run, I'm just happy to be here. I feel so at peace knowing that at the end of the day, I have my legs, and I have my health, and I have running, and I have myself. So I just wanted to remind you that whatever running is to you, biking, climbing, painting, gardening, golfing, keep making the time to do the things that feel like coming home. This is kind of deep, but sometimes I think maybe I give so much because deep down, I hope that if I give enough, someone will finally see my worth. But like the people who truly love you and the ones who matter will celebrate you, the messy, beautiful, complicated entirety of who you are, not just what you have to give them. The people who truly love you will never ask you to hollow yourself out for their comfort. So to answer that question, do you think it's possible that some people are born to give more love than they will ever get back in return? I hope this doesn't sound too depressing because I actually think it's kind of liberating. I've learned that, you have to put yourself first because most of the time others won't. I think the right people will give back, but I believe that no one can love you exactly the way you want them to because it's not their job to love you anyways. It's yours. And we can't be relying on anyone else for our own happiness. So I think, we could wait for the love we give to return to us. But in the meantime, we have to learn to give more love back to ourselves. I would have felt so guilty in the past for spending my days like this, not having work and productivity at the center of it all. Taking hours out of my day where I could be working or learning or self-improving, but instead using them to do things that bring me peace and happiness.
Good morning.
I would have felt bad for trying to build a community around me rather than a bigger career, being less perfect in order to have more time to be present. I think instead of asking myself, will doing this lead somewhere? Will it advance my career? I'm trying to see life more as a collection of experiences rather than a series of achievements I need to unlock.
We're going for an early morning bike ride today. It's actually not that early. I'm gonna get a couple more hours of sleep in. Very new to this cycling thing, so before every ride, I'm very nervous. My chain has gotten dislodged too many times. We're gonna try to do some hills, and then I'm thinking to make a little pit stop at a bakery. I think I need to join a cycling group to learn more about the cycling world, but I'm getting pretty good with the clip in, clip out of the shoes. Not great, but better. This sourdough is so good. I'm sorry that I eat the same meal every single day.
I really believed that value was only created in long work hours and higher paychecks and progress and promotions, but what's actually valuable is often the complete opposite of what we're taught to chase. Value is found in deep conversations, new experiences, catching up on sleep, having energy at the end of the day for the people that you love, having time to notice the small things, cooking yourself a nice meal, knowing who you are outside of your job title, investing time in what fills you, not just what pays you. True wealth is having enough time, enough rest, enough connection, enough purpose that you stop needing more to feel complete. I used to think so many things were a waste of time, but honestly, everything holds quiet value if you're willing to look for it. I don't think a date that leads nowhere is a fail.
40K done.
You practice being vulnerable and know more about yourself, even if that's knowing what you don't want. I love taking time to talk to complete strangers that I will probably never meet again. It's such a beautiful reminder that everyone carries these little worlds inside of them. It's important to make art, even if no one will see it, to take the long scenic way home, to reread the same book because it comforts you like an old friend, or changing jobs and degrees just to realize it's not for you. That's not time wasted, that's self-knowledge earned. Maybe the real waste of time is rushing through experiences without letting them settle into you, without really being there. going through life on autopilot and always reaching for the next thing instead of letting this thing teach you what it came to teach you. And like, not every season of life is meant to be ultra productive. Some seasons are for soft mornings, deep breathing, eating your favorite meals over and over again, and laughing at the same reel 3 times in a row. If all you did today was gently exist, I want you to know that that is more than enough. Stop trying to earn rest. Stop apologizing for needing slow days. You're not falling behind. You're just in a chapter that's more about recovery than hustle, and that is okay.
Okay, we're taking a cinnamon bun break.
It is okay to pause even when your brain says you shouldn't.
The cookie was also like phenomenal. Not too sweet, so cinnamony and light and fluffy. Pretty sure everything from this cafe is vegan or something. I'm so happy right now.
Going on my first trail run today. No idea what to expect. A girl that reached out to me on Instagram that I went on a run with invited me. I was going with her friends and she just want to come. I'm bringing lip balm, hand sanitizer, and gummies. She also said to spray myself down with a lot of bug spray. So I went to buy bug spray. You know what? This smells so nostalgic. It smells like summer camp. I'm so excited. I love trying new things. Hopefully we survive and I don't break my ankles. I also do not have trail shoes. So I'm just gonna wear my most stable running shoes and pray for my ankle. Ugh. That's stupid.
Social media makes us so silly. It's just too easy to compare, and we always feel like we aren't working enough, or our homes aren't decorated enough, or we aren't running fast enough, or our goals aren't big enough. Oh dear. I literally feel this all the time, and lately I have been feeling like I'm falling behind again. I'd say once every couple of months I feel this way. My ambitions aren't as worthy as theirs. Everyone is doing more than me. I question how I live. I question my job, the way I spend my time, whether or not I'm doing enough, or moving fast enough, or creating enough, or achieving enough. Just pause, okay?
You're so brave.
With everything you're carrying and everything you've been through, you're doing so good. We are all dealing with our own messiness and humanness, no matter how picture perfect it looks on social media. And plus, we all process and experience life differently and at different paces. Like when I was struggling with burnout and just poor mental health, normal, everyday things were just harder and heavier and honestly felt impossible. And I'm also a very sensitive person, and things that don't affect most people affect me greatly and tire me out and make me anxious. We all experience the world in such different ways, and we're made up of so many different pieces that it doesn't even make sense to compare. Plus, we do not all have the same 24 hours in a day. I want to remind you that my life is not representative of the norm. Neither is what most content creators post. I don't have a typical 9 to 5. I'm not in school. I don't have kids. I lived with my parents until I was 24, so I had a lot of support and less things to worry about. And you don't see this, but most days, most hours, I'm right here, butt glued to my seat and editing until my eyes feel like they're going to fall out of my head. I think it's just about doing the best that you can with what you've got and knowing that that's enough. Every day is a personal best if you do your best, okay? Whatever that looks like.
I'm going to brunch with a viewer in like 30 minutes, but I'm ravenous and I don't want to meet her hangry, so nobody needs to see that version of me. So we're going to have a little yogurt bowl pre-brunch.
Also, yes, I love having projects and goals and big dreams, and I do feel a little insane when I don't have something I'm working towards. I do feel so proud of myself when I step outside my comfort zone and push my boundaries and have new cool experiences. But believe it or not, I'm prouder of myself for knowing how to slow down and be alone and be grateful and be present. I love my simple life, my boring yogurt bowl, peanut butter and jelly running filled life. Like, you are totally allowed to love the life you already have, the home you already have, the clothes you have, the routine you do every morning that brings you peace, the run route you go on every day, the show you always come back to, filming silly videos, eating dessert, running just to run. But we are so obsessed with achieving that we forget that we are just meant to exist, you know? So wherever you are right now, let that be enough for today. I'm going to leave you with this really beautiful and intense passage that I reread sometimes when I want to remember what really matters. Let's say tomorrow you wake up at 90 years old, just for a day. It takes you 20 minutes to get out of bed. Your joints ache, your bones are tired, your fingers tremble when you grab a glass of water. You can't open the jar of jam in the fridge. You've outlived the people you once shared your days with. You think of all the time you spent worrying about things that didn't matter, how your thighs looked, your double chin, how many hours of work you got done, likes, follows, calories, why he's not texting me back, and how little those worries mean now. The battery in your hearing aid died 2 weeks ago. Your body won't let you walk anywhere without a stroller. You'd give anything to remember the names of the people you once loved, to move without pain, to have somewhere to be, and to have someone waiting. So when you go to bed that night, you promise yourself you won't wait to lose your body before you realize what a gift it was. You promise to take more photos even if you don't like how you look in them. You promise to answer the phone when your mom calls. You promise to value this moment before it's a memory. Pay attention. Let things matter. This is it, so don't miss it. So go make yourself a yummy snack, have a picnic, spend the entire day reading a book, hug your friends, call your mom, send the freaking text, tell them how you feel, say I love you more, plan the trip, eat your favorite foods, go get ice cream, and just do the things that make you happy because this is all you're gonna get. At the end of the day, it's just you and your silly little life. So go on, enjoy it, and be the person you want to.
And now it takes the shape